Okay, so picture this. You live in Sydney, right? And it's the weekend, so you go to the Sydney Museum. And they've got like a Lego exhibit where your kids can play with Legos. And so you set your little toddler down and they start building a castle or a spaceship or a speedboat or whatever. And a dude comes in dressed in lingerie, squats down next to him and starts building his own Lego construction. This is where we are, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get into this article right after this quick sponsor. Bearing. Today's sponsor, VirtualShield, helps keep users anonymous online. When VirtualShield is on, internet activity is encrypted, which keeps hackers and data tracking corporations at bay. Even ISPs can't get around VirtualShield. And get this, VirtualShield has a strict no-log policy, zero hidden fees, and it's fast and secure. I personally let VirtualShield run in the background of my computer all day. It just gives me that extra layer of safety. If you've been looking for a way to browse the internet anonymously, you'll love VirtualShield. Right now, they're offering 50% off to my subscribers for life. And if you sign up today, you'll get a free 30-day trial. Just go to hidewithbear.com or visit the link down below. So this is from news.com.au. Safe place. Australian Museum defends allowing man in lingerie to play with Lego at children's event. The Australian Museum has defended allowing a man in women's lingerie to play with Lego next to children after one woman slammed it as disgusting. Well, yes, it is disgusting. I mean, you wouldn't let a chick in lingerie do that because it's inappropriate. But I bet because we're talking about a trans individual, no one fucking said dick. Anyway, it goes on. The Australian Museum in Sydney has defended offering a safe place where everyone feels welcome after a man wearing women's lingerie was photographed playing with Lego next to children. And here's a picture of it. That is just awkwardly disgusting. That dude should have been kicked out straight away. The photos were taken at a Nights at the Museum event in April and were shared to Twitter by a user with the handle Sydney Radfem earlier this month. So it's like a TERF, a trans-exclusionary radical feminist, who's taken these photos and sent it into news.com.au. Isn't it funny how you find yourself starting to agree with these TERFs? Even though they themselves are absolutely psychotic feminists? They show a man wearing black fishnet stockings, pink boots, and women's underwear sitting with another person wearing a top hat, playing with Lego blocks surrounded by young children. See, where were the parents? Surely there were a bunch of complaints. And why didn't this make the news? We're becoming a degenerate society. You let a male in fetish gear play in the kids' Lego pit during the school holidays, the woman said. That's the TERF, I think, the trans-exclusionary radical feminist. When I spoke to security, they said they could do nothing and pointed me to the organiser. He's sitting there with his full package out. Disgusting. The woman's account appears to have since been deleted. Oh yeah, because she probably got a bunch of backlash from the trans lobby. Because you can't criticise trans people. They are on top of the oppression pyramid. You can't make jokes, you can't criticise, you can't say fucking dick. One Twitter user wrote, "Man in fetish clothes wants to play with children and the museum are too chicken to remove him. I'm shocked that the parents didn't pick him up by the hair and kick him into next week. He was poking the hornet's nest. Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't have put up with that." Another said, "Back in the day, I worked at an adventure playground and this Herbert would have been ejected from it in double quick time." Okay, here's some more photos. Look, they're surrounded by kids. You got these two fucking weirdos. I mean, I guess one of them's just wearing that weird top hat get up, but the other one's in full lingerie. Like kinky shit. They really are stirring the hornet's nest by going to this children's event. They're lucky they didn't get the shit beaten out of them. Oh god, that's a close-up we didn't need. Ugh. I'm not sure what to make of this. I encourage you to go have a look at the photos. It looks creepy to me, he said. So that was the guy who worked at the adventure playground, I think. It shows a group of children building with Lego, and sitting with the kids is a man in ladies' underwear. The woman who took the photos complained to staff, but says nothing was done. Well, that's why they need new staff, and that's why we need to look at ourselves as a society, because this just crosses the line. In a statement shared with news.com.au, a spokesman said the Australian Museum is committed to being a safe place where everyone feels welcome. Yeah, well, what about the kids? What about the kids' parents? I bet they felt really, really fucking awkward. In fact, I don't know why there are any kids playing there. What kind of parent lets their kids play around something like that? The safety of our visitors and staff is top priority, and we have policies, procedures, security, and Australian Museum staff in place to ensure this, he said. The images shared by the Sydney RadFem Twitter account on Tuesday the 3rd of May 2022 were taken nearly 3 weeks earlier at approximately 8 p.m. during a Nights at the Museum event held on Thursday the 14th of April 2022. Multiple members of our security and programming teams spoke with her on the evening following the concerns she raised regarding two people wearing fancy dress. It's not fancy dress, it's like fucking bondage get up. It's provocative and disgusting, and as I said, they were poking the hornet's nest. They knew exactly what they were doing. The teams investigated and confirmed that the individuals in fancy dress were keeping to themselves and had not interacted with anyone else in the area. The Australian Museum teams confirmed with Sydney RadFem, who stayed until the end of the evening with her own child. Other children in the area were supervised by their own parents, and we received no complaints other than the one raised by Sydney RadFem on the night. Bullshit, I don't believe that. That was the one that was publicised. That's the one that went to the news, and that's why you're responding to it publicly. The Australian Museum fully addressed Sydney RadFem's complaint on the night of the event. Yeah, how? Fuck off, this is happening, you can't do shit about it. I mean, isn't that why she felt forced to go to the news? To ensure all visitors feel comfortable at future Nights at the Museum events, the brick play pit will be designated as a children's area only. Yeah, well that makes sense, but you know what else makes sense? Don't let people into the museum wearing scantily clad fucking lingerie. I mean, you wouldn't let a chick do it. Why do you let a trans person do it? I'll tell you why, it's because you're shit scared of looking like a bigot. Fordham, whoever the fuck that is, was critical of the museum's response. I think they might need to think about how this works next time around, he said. It's the school holidays, you've got a Lego area, and you've got a man sitting alongside the kids leaving very little to the imagination, if I can put it that way. He added, I don't know how the museum knows that it's fancy dress either. It might just be his or her best look. Yeah, or he might just be a fucking pervert trying to stir up trouble. The Australian Museum, located on William Street in the CBD, was founded in 1827, making it the country's oldest. Yeah, well imagine trying to pull this shit off in 1827. You'd be fucking lynched. Anyway, I came across this article, I thought I'd talk about it because it fucking annoyed me. I'll see you in the next one, won't be long promise. Ta-ta, goodbye.
Recession, session. Give me better times. Recession, session. Give me better times.